So guys, today we will be starting with, so one of the thing that has been left is quads, which I'll cover today. And apart from that, we will be starting with Python visualization. Okay. Let me tell you. Just give me a second. Let me tell you about visualization. So when we basically normally say about visualization in Python, it is being done through various packages.
Sir,
Yeah.
so before we start with visualization, can you please tell what was the difference earlier when you had written ASSQW?
So it
That
was
we have
same.
passed.
It was same. The thing is, whenever we write a function, so whatever values we write, say QW or ER, whatever the value we write, so E will go as A, R will go as S, and the operation is being performed. So there is no difference in that.
Okay, so in case of A and S, we can write E and R.
Yeah, whatever. You can write your name as well.
Okay, okay.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So yeah. So now I will tell you the visualization. When we say visualization, it is basically of different types. So when I say these different types are nothing but like what we normally do with the visualization is we basically plot the charts. So in normal Python, when you say like plotting a normal kind of a chart, it is basically it is basically called like it is basically used with the help of different libraries. So one of the libraries is basically the matplotlib library, if you have heard about it. Second library is basically known as uh, Seaborn library, Seaborn. So I'll write both the names. Just give me a second. So I'll write it just after this, just after explaining it to you. So second is Seaborn library. So in these libraries, what we normally do is these libraries helps us to plot. So what do we mean by helps us to plot is basically we we like whenever we have, okay, before this, have you guys ever used any visualization in the past?
No, sir.
So in Excel, in Tableau, or anywhere else?
Yes.
Excel.
Yeah, Excel, yeah. So in Tableau as well, in case anybody has used it.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So it is not as powerful as Tableau and all, but it is a simple kind of a visualization that we can do in Python. So I'm just writing few of the lines for you. Just be with me and just write down these lines in notes as well. This will be very much helpful.
Hello, sir.
Hello, yeah.
Sir, I am not getting voice.
Because I'm writing the things now, I'm not speaking.
Okay.
So guys, what I've written is in basically Python. So visualization is done through various libraries, Matplotlib, Seaborn, Pandas, and many more libraries. But the important thing is that every library uses Matplotlib on the backend. Every time you use any of the package, we need to install it and import it in Python environment. So let me do it for you. Let me show it to you. Just give me a second. So have you guys installed Matplotlib on your system? If not, then I'll tell you the way how to install it. Matplotlib will come automatically. In case you don't have, just go to your Anaconda prompt like this and say now it will perform its operation. It will take 1 minute.
Sir, is it not already installed in Anaconda Navigator?
So some of the packages are installed, but you have to install Matplotlib, Seaborn, and all these packages. In case they are not, then in case any of the new version has come, so it will automatically install the new version for you.
Okay, okay, sir.
So let it work. So it has been done. So you guys can check your system if it is being installed or not. So it's not fully complete. Now the environment part is done, but the package installation part, in case any new version has come, is still going on. Now you see the package has been installed. Now I'll say Conda install Seaborn. Let it install this one as well.
Sir, what is the difference between Conda and pip?
So both are basically the things to install. The pip is basically a recognized command in Python, which is being run on the MS DOS, like the C prompt like this.
So we can also put in Jupyter Notebook also, no?
Yeah. You have different options. Either in case you are going here, then you say pip install, say Seaborn. In my system, it doesn't work, so that's why I use Conda. But you can install this, another like the navigator. You can use it through Jupyter Notebook as well. So just give me a moment. I'll tell you how to install it through the Jupyter Notebook. So I'll say
Okay, so Conda is Anaconda is specific.
yeah.
Okay.
Let me download. Download as notebook. Download it. Now I'll say notebook 3. Now I'll say pip install Sibo. Shift enter. So it will install it here only. It will take 2 minutes and it will install. So it says that it has already been installed. Have you guys tried it on your system?
Yes, it is already installed on my system.
I'll tell you another way as well. Just give me a second. Just go to Anaconda Navigator. It will take 1 minute to open. I'll show you. So you see a green window here. So like a green circle here. Is the green circle visible on the screen? Now it has gone.
Yes, it was.
Yeah. So this is opening the navigator. Now if I'll go out here, navigator is open. So I'll say, I'll go to environments. I'll say you search a package. Seaborn, it's saying it's installed. The green tick means it has been installed. It has already been installed. In case it is not installed, then you click it and you say, and it will give you the option to install. Then you install that as well. So these are the different ways we have. Are we guys clear?
Sir, which green tick you're talking about?
This one.
So it means that is already installed.
Yeah. In case this green tick is, so if I'll go to this, say, excuse me. So a navigator system normally works slow. Just give me a second. So I'll come here. Okay, I'm coming out of it. It is very slow to me. So normally what you see is, in case here it is an option of installed, if you see where I've been hovering my cursor right now. So let me close it.
Yes, sir. Actually, the same is also showing in my screen also. That's why I'm
Yeah,
whether
yeah.
it is
So
installed or not.
yeah, so what you need to do is you need to say all something. So now it has gone. You say all. And you see, like some of the packages which are not in green mark are the packages that are not installed. So in case you want to install any of the package out of it, I'll say I want this package, and I'll say apply. Then this will keep on installing this package. But I don't want it right now. It will take time, so I don't want to waste the time. So I am leaving it here. So are you guys comfortable with it now?
Yes, sir. Sir, also one more thing, that conda prompt that will come automatically.
Yeah. So once you install Anaconda, Conda prompt get installed automatically. Conda Navigator gets installed automatically, and some of the packages gets installed automatically.
Okay. Sir, actually, I already have Anaconda Navigator, but I don't have conda prompt.
No, no. What you need to do is you say go here and say Anaconda prompt.
Okay, okay. Anaconda.
Okay, guys. So I'm closing it. Anybody any question on it? And here, what you need to understand is, like, you need to remain in this root. Don't create another environment. So these environments required, but not at this point of time. So if you'll do it, then you need to change the environment whenever you have to work. So it is a long procedure. Always be in this root only. You see, now I'm in this TF environment, but I need to always remain in the base and root environment. With the help of this, I will be able to install it from the Honda, like, sorry, I came here. I need to remain here only in the root. So this root will allow me to install it directly without any hassles through Conda prompt and through pip. Okay. So I'll say remind me later, and I'll go to this. So it is going there only. It is taking time. Now I'll go here. Okay. Let it go there, and I'll close it out. And there's another way as well to install it. It's basically go to Google, say Seaborn package in Python. Then it will take you to one website, that is Seaborn documentation. No, not this one. Oh, sorry. You see a Seaborn package. Download. It will take a seaborn.pypi file. So what you need to do is just go here, download files, copy this file. What you need to do is you need to copy or open it. So you need to open it, a view. So now the Seaborn has been opened. you need to copy it and save it in the place where Python packages have been there. So if I'll say here, so it normally goes to this place. C drive, users, select your user and say here we will have Anaconda 3. I'll go to lib folder, then I'll go to site packages here and copy it, and that was a wheel file, WHL wheel file. There is a we can change the file wheel file to a normal file and paste it here. That is also a long way. So, but this is a hard code way. So in case you want to download it from Google, then you can do it. So these are the different ways which we have, with the help of which you can download the packages. Is this fine, guys? Now I'll come to this. I'll say, I'll first start with matplotlib. I'll say import matplotlib matplot dot dot pyplot as PLT. So I'm naming it PLT. I can name it as ASD, whatever the name you say. Normally it is PLT. I'll say shift enter. So now whatever the matplotlib I have installed has been here. If I'll say
So what is a pipeline?
matplotlib has a so if I'll go here, so let me show you. This is a matplotlib package that has been installed automatically. Okay, I'll go here. It has a notepad file that is known as pyplot. So I've been accessing this file when I say matplotlib dot pyplot, which means matplotlib's folder pyplot file I have been accessing, which has a capability of plotting. Rest other files have some other capabilities. Say if I'll say matplotlib dot axis. In case I need to work on plot the axis of the chart, then this file will be required, axis file. In case I want ticks or tickers or ticks, so this file is required. With me?
Yes, sir.
So
Yes,
when we install matplotlib, it comes with various files which have some capabilities. So right now we are discussing about the plotting capabilities. So that's why I've been installing pyplot file. Now I'll say import matplotlib. I'll say there is a command which tells the version of which matplotlib we are using. So this normally changes. So, but let me check if it is fine. Then I'll show you the which version we have been using. So it should be latest version all the time because we have refreshed our matplotlib installation. So let it install. I'll say I'll define a variable. Say x is equal to Jan Feb. It's saying 3.1.3. That is the latest version. Okay, guys.
Yes.
If I'll say shift enter, this is a list. It says X is the month. I'll say Y 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 values. I'll define 6 values. 12, 32, 23, 43, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 values. 44, 45, 34. It has gone to 7, I guess. Yeah. I'll say 6. I'll say Y is a list of 6 values that we have. So now what I'll say is PLT. What is PLT? PLT is PLT has a capability of pyplot file of matplotlib. It's an alias name to the pyplot file of matplotlib. So I'll say PLT. When I say PLT, this means matplotlib.pyplot. I can write this as well. So PLT dot plot x comma y. Oh, sorry. It has plotted x and y. Graph has come. Another thing which I can say is dot plot x and y. So this and are same. Hope I like I've been able to explain.
Yes, sir.
These are both of these are the same things. Only thing is I've used the alias name PLT for the matplotlib.pyplot. So I'm using PLT dot. The same graph that has come. Now, whenever we make a graph, so I'll tell you what are some rules of making a graph. So right now, this is a graph that has come, but in the graph, there are various elements, say legend, say x-axis is here, y-axis is here, chart title, and many more. So what we do, we execute all the commands together, which I'll show you just after this. Now I'll say PLT to plot x comma y. I'll say PLT dot x label is x axis. So I'll show you in a second from where this x label is coming. matplotlib. Oh, pyplot has gone. Pyplot. You'll see here it has a class, a function, you see, that has been made. So which function did we use? X label. So I'll say X see, it has a class X label. Did you see it? Whenever I say plt dot X label, it will come to this function, and it is saying it can accept this argument X label, the name which we will give. Font is already defined. It is a by default defined function. That's thing we have discussed yesterday. Another X label is equal to none, label paired none. So another argument that is being defined by its own. Quarks I need to explain, but rest I have explained. So it will call this function. So what if I'll change the name of this function from X label to X label 1 here? What will happen, guys?
I have to write there X label 1.
Yeah, whenever we call it in Jupyter environment, we need to call plt.xlabel 1. Okay, guys? So these are the methods or the functions that are defined here. So what we are doing, we are calling that functions. So in this notepad, we have defined a function, and you see one more thing. You see here, it is a py file. Py file is basically a Python file. So when I go to my Jupyter, I'll say file, save as, or I'll say file, download as, .py. Okay, so I'll just give me a moment. I'll show you one more thing. Okay, just after this, what we will do is we'll create a py file. We'll define a function in that py file. Let's example, if I'll copy this function, say, if I'll copy this, Control C8, and save it in a new file, that is pyplot1. Then what I need to do is, I need to do every time is matplotlib, from matplotlib.pyplot1 import matplotlib.pyplot1 as abcplt, whatever you want. Okay, and this will work in the same format only, and in a similar way we can define our own package as well. Own package. So this package has certain dependent files that comes automatically. So when I say this file, pyd file, we need to define these files, some pyd files, say pyd files, you see some other folders as well. Say matplotlib has some certain other folders as well, dependencies, like this is the initialization file, init file, this is the initialization file. This file is used whenever we need to call any file. This will be initialized by this only. This is a file with the help of which everything goes initialized. If you'll, okay, just a second, I'll show you here. So you see here, the init.py file makes Python tree directory is containing it as a modules. This is the first file to be loaded in a module, so you can use it to execute the code, and you want to run each time a module is loaded. So every time you are loading any of the module, what is module? Anybody, any idea?
Module can be a program basically,
Yeah,
which,
yeah.
which can be used for a specific purpose or n number of purposes.
Yeah. So whenever we are loading any of the program, say any, so this pipe load file, it is a module only. It is a program only. So whenever we are loading this module, so init file, this init file is loaded first. So in case I remove this init file from our matplotlib, none of the package will work because this is an initialization file. This file initializes. Are you guys with me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And anybody any doubt? So I've been going bit deeper in telling you how the packages work and all the things, which is actually not the part of the course, but I actually want you guys to know the background as well. Okay. I'll say plt dot ylabel. So ylabel, so you see here, there are various things. Why these various things are coming? Any idea? Because there we have seen only 2-3 arguments, but here it is coming to various arguments. Why so?
These
You
are the
remember?
parameters of this function.
Yeah, these are the parameters of the function, but there we have seen 3-4 parameters, but here these are coming as many more. Because there, yesterday we have seen a function def abc star a. In a similar way, so this kind of a function, a variable kind of function has been defined over there with a double asterisk sign, which you have seen. So this is allowing various arguments to be the part. Okay. I'll say y-axis. Okay. Y-label, sorry. Okay, I'll say plt dot title. I'll say graph one. Okay. If I'll run these commands together, these commands will show x-axis, y-axis, grf1. But in normal scenarios, whenever we run these commands together, we normally write plt dot show. Plt dot show means whatever commands have been there, these will be executed in group in the form of a show. This is plt dot show. This comes as this graph only, which we have been seeing. Are you guys with me?
Yes, sir.
Sir, what this X label and Y label is doing?
X label, this is printing this x-axis here.
Okay,
Is
okay.
printing y-axis here. The title is printing graph one here.
Graph. And the show is displaying the graph.
Show is displaying the graph. So show basically says now we are not adding more lines to it and we are showing the graph.
Okay.
Sir, what
With
if
me?
we try to plot multiple graphs and then we write plt dot show?
So I'll show you that as well. So this will have a capability to show multiple graphs together. I'll show you. I'll come to that. So now I'll say this is x. is y. And I'll say plt dot plot x comma y. Now I'll say plt dot x label is x axis, plt dot y label is y axis, and I'll say plt dot title is say ABC, and I'll say plt dot show. So these are the commands we have executed till now. It will show. Now, when we say plt dot plot, what we can do is say C is equal to red to show the red line. I can say C is equal to yellow. It will show the yellow line. With the help of C here, we can change the color of the line. And apart from C,
PLT
Yeah.
dot सॉरी सर, यदि
Yeah.
PLT डॉट शो को यदि हम कमेंट करेंगे
uh-huh.
तो नहीं दिखेगा.
No, then also it will show, but the thing is, okay, let me tell you. It will show only, but it will show. See, it is showing only, but the difference when it comes is, so let me example, I have been, so this is one of the IDE of Python, Jupyter. So in other IDEs, say Spider, say IPython, or many more IDEs. So how the people write the command is, they write the command is say like this. Like this, shift enter. Okay, it has shown. Now, what if you want to get the X label and the Y label? You'll see. So now this is showing a blank graph. You see here. Okay. If I'll say it is not showing anything. So this means in case we are firing this command individually, or in case we are firing this command together, if we'll end this up with plt.show, in case we are not writing together or we are writing in isolation, plt will tell you that now to show this graph. But this is not mandatory in some of the IDs, like the distributed environments. So the way of writing the command is not same. So this plt.show is a good practice all the time. Okay.
So plt dot show will show the recent plot which we are trying to plot here, right?
Yeah. So now I'll say C is equal to green, which will show the green line. And I'll say so there are various parameters. The ones which I know are I'm telling you. So it might be scenario that you come across any new parameter which I don't. Shift enter. So now you see markers. These dots are 0, 0, 0, 0 are the things that you can change it.
Hello, sir.
Hello, yeah.
Sir, when you remove this PLT dot show, then the plot will also include the text thing also, like x-axis or y-axis. And when
All
you
the time,
write,
yeah, it will, because I have been executing it in a single cell. So it will do it. But in some of the IDs, so right now we are using Jupyter, but let example, I have been using Spider. So in the Spider, in IPython and all the things, the way of writing is not like we are writing in a cell. We are writing on a console. So there plt.show, which means that all these things which I've been trying to do are now finished. Now show the graph. So this is the thing, but you can skip it as well because we are using a Jupyter ID. But it is always a good practice
yes, sir.
to write
Got it.
when you end it. Okay, I'll change it to say star star. Sorry, missing a star. Not show double star. See what is the error coming. unrecognized marker style double star, which means we need to say star, and we'll say it is coming as star only. Okay. Now we can say marker is equal to, there are certain things I don't normally don't change it. It shows something like this. There are different ways how it shows it. I can change, apart from marker, I can change this will change the line to a different style, which we see right now. I can change. So now, let example, I'll say in a combination of all these things, sea green and all these things, what I'll simply write is say shift norm this is a combination. Red is the color, O is the marker, and double is the line style. So instead of all these sea green marker, say O and line style double style, we can simply say RO minus, which means red color, O as a marker, and double dash is a line style. So I can say is, okay, now apart from this, what I'll do is this is Y, say Y1 and make Y2, I'll say the same. Now say plt dot plot x and y1, sorry, dash now you see we have two lines here. One is x with y1, x, yeah, second is x with y2. So now we have two lines. I'll also add another thing is plt dot legend. No handles with the labels found to put the legend. No handles with the labels. So X label by label, title, legend. Okay. It is saying, okay, here I say, it's saying no handles with the labels found. So what I will be doing is, let's say, it is saying that we have not described any label to the lines. So let me tell you how it works. I'll say, comma, sorry. X, so label, I'll say y1, and here I'll say label equal to y2. Now I've added labels to it. So I'll say label is equal to y2. Now I'll say like this. So this basically shows legend. Legend is this. So earlier I have not told the system what is a label, what is a label 1, label 2. So that's why it was showing the error in. It was not actually showing the error, but it was showing a warning as like the labels not defined as a handles. That's why it's not showing the legends. Are you guys with me?
Yes, sir.
In a similar
Yes,
way,
sir.
yeah, in a similar way, we can keep on adding the number of lines here into it. Okay, this is basically the way to plot the line graph.
Sir,
Yeah,
sir, can we add data to that specific point?
sorry, I didn't get you. Your voice is breaking a lot.
For example, the first green point, can we add 20 January sales?
It's doing like this. Like this. Oh, sorry.
No,
Like this.
no, sir. In graph, there are the bullet points there. Can we add date, month, and numerical value there?
Your voice is breaking a lot. I cannot hear anything.
Okay.
I cannot hear anything. Sorry. So in a similar way, what we can do is, what we can do over the top is say, I'll say plt dot figure fig size is equal to say 10, 5. So what it will do? It will define the figure size in the advance. What is size? If I'll say 5 by 5, so this will reduce it to a square kind of a format. So it is not actually a square, similar to that only. So it will reduce the size in the length and the breadth. So I'll say another thing is somebody also said how to plot
Hello.
multiple. Yeah,
Sir, if you want to add a scale in this graph, another scale at the right side, it can happen.
so whosoever is speaking, the voice is breaking a lot to me. I cannot hear, like I can hear the things in in breaks, so I cannot make out what you're trying to say.
If we want to add a scale on the right side of the graph, we can.
We want to add a, like, what do we want to add to the right side of the graph?
Scale on the right side of the graph. So, sir, we can do that.
So your voice is breaking a lot to me. I cannot hear anything. I'm like, I can hear you want to add something on the graph. That's the thing which I can hear. So what you can do,
Sir,
yeah,
if we want to add a scale on the right side of the graph,
scale.
so we can do it.
So this is the
Yes,
scale. Okay, right side. So that is basically the secondary axis.
yes.
I'll show you. Yeah, definitely we can do it. I will show you. Don't worry about that. So now, so before that, let me tell you, this is the one graph we have. This is y1. Okay. So we can see that RO. I'll remove this label. Not required. I'll say then I'll say subplot. So let me show you what I am trying to do. 2, 1. So when I say PLT dot subplot, which means I say 2. So first of all, when I say 10 on 10, this means length 10, breadth 10 centimeters. Graph is reserved, space is reserved for a plot to be plotted. When I say PLT dot subplot 2, 2, 1, which means I am going to plot 4 graphs here, and this will be the first one. This means I will be plotting 4 graphs here. That is 2 into 2, and this is the first one. Okay, now if I'll say PLT dot subplot 2, 2, 2, and I'll say this, say with different values. Say this. I will say 2, 2 here. So I'm plotting the second graph out of it. Now I'll say 2, 2, 3. Now I'll say 2, 2, 4. and then I'll show. So right now, if I'll say shift enter, so you see, it is saying the error is 0 axis. So just a
The
second.
first line, sir. Sir, there is nothing, no PLT dot subplot figure size, like
Okay.
only the
It's,
PLT dot
so
plot.
yeah, figure. It should be PLT dot figure.
Ah, yes, sir.
Yeah, if I'll just shift enter. So it is not showing. It is it is showing these four graphs. With me, they're coming. Yeah,
Yes.
Sir, the inputs has been changed
yeah,
in
to an
every
extent. To an extent, a little bit.
Okay. And sir, which part is telling that it will print 4 graph? That 2, 2?
So I said PLT dot subplot 221. When I say 2, which means it will plot 4 graphs. If I change it to say 3,
5 graphs.
6 graphs. 3 to the 6. So
Okay.
let me show you.
I means rows, columns, and index.
Yeah. So yeah, that's the thing with them.
Hello.
Yeah.
So what if we have to plot 5 graphs?
So we need to plot 6 and we need to leave one empty.
Okay.
Sir, how is it working? Please tell. Sir, 2 comma 2 as in like in row and column wise?
So when I say, so you see here 2 comma 3 comma 4, which means 2 rows,
Yes.
2 rows, row 1, row 2, and
3.
3 columns. 1, 2, 3 columns. And I have printed 4 graphs right now. So now it has been a 4 graphs and the space of 2 is left as black.
So it means that 2 comma 3 graphs and I want 4 graphs to be displayed.
Yeah, so the space that has been left out for 6 graphs in 10 by 10 figure, but I have plotted only 4 graphs out of it. I still have the space to plot two more graphs.
Okay.
So 4 is particularly showing the position or anything else?
Yeah, 4 is showing the position. So if when I say this one, which means this graph 12, 20, 54 will be the first graph.
Yes, okay.
Yeah,
Sir.
12, 20, this second, third, and fourth. 2 are left.
Clear, sir.
Anybody else who has any doubt? So let me download the data. Okay, I will have the data. Don't have the data. Just give me a second. GitHub. This is the data. I'll go here. I'll say save as class diabetes CSV file. I'll say save here. So guys, okay, let us take a quick 5-minute bio break. Then I'll be back after having a glass of warm water. So my throat is not well. You guys, so I'll just be back.
Okay.
Okay.
एक दिन में 7,410 नए मामले
Guys, can we start?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So I've read a file that is diabetes.csv. So let me tell you. So I'll go here. I'll say import pandas as PD. I'll say df is equal to PD dot read CSV. I'll say R. Let's say this file. I'll say shift enter. I'll say df dot head. Guys, can you please put yourself on mute? So I'll say these are the columns we have. Okay. What are different columns in DF? I have these. I'll say PLT dot figure which is equal to 15 by 10 for I in range. What is the length? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I'll say len call. I'll say len call. Just give me a second. Say len call. 9 is the length. But if I need to run it, I need to run it till 8. Because 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'll say len call minus 1. Hash, say this, say this. I'll remove this. Guys, just give me a second. Somebody is calling. Just give me a moment. So what I say here is I in range len call minus 1. Len call is basically okay. So
हेलो सर
yeah.
सर आपने वो कॉल -1 किया है पर जो लेंथ दिखाएंगे वो पूरी दिखाएंगे ना मतलब 0 इंक्लूड करके दिखाएंगे.
Yeah, so that's why I'm saying. So if I'll say It will start from 0 and goes till 4. And here, this is the outcome variable, which I don't want to include. So I said len col minus 1.
Okay.
I'll say PLT dot subplot 3 rows, 3 columns, and which plot I will plotting I plus 1. I 0, so I don't want to do 0. I'll say I plus 1. Plot. I want to plot. I'll say df call I. Df call I. Call I will be column 0th column dot plot. Okay, I'll show you one. If I say okay, before this. Dot plot. So here what I've been using dot plot. So I'll say like this. Shift. I'll say y1 dot plot dot hist. Okay. Okay. So this is a okay, I'll say
PLT dot plot, sir.
yeah PLT. No, I've been using so PLT dot plot will come when I be using this simple plot. But in case I need to plot histogram, if I'll say df
Sir, that would be direct like df y1
will
dot plot only with the brackets.
come again df
The y1 dot pl plot and with
plot. Huh?
brackets brackets
No.
only, sir.
So okay, but this
Sir,
will
histogram
so let me tell you df. I'll say df bmi dot plot dot hist. And it is a comment and make it a comment. So now whenever any column of a data frame needs to be plotted, so guys, I'll tell you there are different types of plots. One is so that's the thing that was pending. One is univariate plots. Second is bivariate plots. Third is multivariate plots. So when we have one variable, when we have two variables, when we have more than two variables, when we have one variable, so we use the plot like histogram, line. Here the bar chart, line chart can also be used here as well. So I'll explain you the different type of univariate, bivariate, and multivariate plots. Here it comes to correlation matrix. heat map. So various types of plots are there. So whenever we are plotting a univariate plot, it actually requires a so the earlier plots that we have been making are the bivariate plots because we are supplying two variables here, x and y, x and y. But now when we need to plot a univariate graph, that is a single variable, the histogram is one of the way to plot it. So I'll explain you what is histogram and all these things, but don't worry about it. Only see on the graph. I'll take in tomorrow's class when I'll be covering some more graphs, then I'll be telling you about this univariate, bivariate, and multivariate process.
Sir, hello.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sir, in this program, you haven't used the plt.plot now. So this plot is inbuilt function.
This plot is basically the plot of pandas.
Pandas.
So I
But
explained
sir,
you.
we haven't called it now that like panda.plot or like that.
So it is by default it will come.
Okay, means it is inbuilt. It is inbuilt function
Yeah,
of pandas
yeah,
or it is
yeah.
inbuilt function in Python.
It is inbuilt in pandas. So because df is a pandas object.
Okay. So got it. DF is a data frame. That's why.
Data frame, it is a pandas object.
Okay.
So let me tell you. So if I say df call I dot plot dot hist. Okay, I'll say now plt dot x label. X label is this call and I. And I'll say plt dot show. And all the plots have been made, then it will show. There's some error in it. For I in range, len call. For I in range, len call.
Sir, you put extra packet.
I put extra bracket. Yeah, I put extra. Yeah. It will take some time and see like what it has done. For every graph, for every column, it has plotted the graph because I have used a for loop. I said for I in range till when it will execute till the number of time the columns are there -1 because I have not plotted the graph of output. So 8 graphs 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 graphs have been made. Where I said len call is 9, I said 8 graphs. plt dot subplot 3 3. So 9 graph space I have given, and here the first graph will be plot, and first graph will be a call. Just give me a second, guys. Hello. Will. ओए चलो मेरी ना भी एक ऑफिस की कॉल चल रही है, मैं थोड़ी देर में बात करवाता हूँ से हैं। अभी मेरी कॉल चल रही है ऑफिस की बेटा, ठीक है, फोन पे। हाँ जी, हाँ हाफ एन आवर होगी, ठीक है बेटा, बाय। Sorry guys. Okay, so now I said plot 3, 3, I plus 1. That this is means I 0. So first plot is being plotted here. Call 1, call 0 is this one. Pregnancies will plot and a histogram will be plotted the way the thing we have shown. And X label is the thing that comes to the label part. This Y has automatically has frequency all the time. X label will come as the name of the ith value in call, and it will show. Are you guys with me?
Sir,
Yes,
can you please explain it once again from the
Okay.
sir, I have one doubt also.
the code only?
Yeah. Please ask that out and then I'll explain.
Yeah, sir, actually what you have written here is len call -1. So it means that column -1 it means the outcome is excluded. That means it will display till age.
Yeah, you're right.
But sir, if we have written range of till age, then last is always excluded. So output should be till diabetes pedigree function.
So the thing is, so if I'll say len col, then what will come?
Then call all the
9.
yeah
9.
column.
9. And
Yeah,
if I'll
9.
say 9 minus 1, that is 8.
Yes.
So it starts from 0. So the thing is, you will say like, it is 9. If I'll say len, sorry,
Parenthesis.
yeah. So, but I need to tell them. Say len col minus 1 is the thing which I've written. So I'll write len of, sorry, why it is coming like this?
Sir, one outside the bracket.
Mhm. No. Okay, just give me a second. It will be
Sir,
len.
length, sir,
Yeah,
length of col minus 1, sir, not the col minus 1.
length of
minus.
col.
Sir,
So
length
the
of col
col minus
or
1.
After
col
bracket,
minus.
sir. Yes, sir.
And one more bucket will come. Yeah. So when I
No,
write
sir.
in,
No, sir.
No, sir. There is only one bracket because length of col we
okay,
can.
okay. I'm not using range. Yeah, sorry.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So I got confused. I will. So len col minus 1 is 8. But if I'll say for I in range len col minus 1 print
So you
I.
can also assign to some variable, so that would be more easy.
Come again?
Sir, you
Okay.
can also assign to a variable.
So I'll say
That
A. Let's example. Let's say A. And I'll say len A. So it has 8 variables only. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8 as a number is a 7.
So can we map it through like the column example you have given?
So now it is 7. So if I'll go here, you start from 0.
Keep
0, 1, 2, 3, 4,
6, 7.
5,
Yes.
6, and 7. It will come
Yes,
till
sir.
age only.
Yes, yes.
Okay,
Okay, sir.
now I'll explain the code again. I'll say PLT dot figure. So I have allocated. So here I have allocated figure size. Here I'm saying the loop will work for 8 times, starting 0 to 7. Okay. Now here I'm saying create 6 floats. That is, so 9 floats. 9 floats. That is 3 multiplied by 3. And this will be I plus 1. That is I0. So this will be the first float for the first iteration. For the first iteration when I is 0. Okay. Now this will say df col I is 0th column. I is 0. So for the first iteration, it will be 0th column, that is pregnancies. It will say df pregnancies. Col I is pregnancies. dot plot dot hist when I is 0. Okay. Here I'll say changing the label to ith value of call. Ith value is 0. 0th value is pregnancies. This is giving me value, that is text is coming as pregnancies. So it is plt.show. Now this will plot till the time 8 have been executed. 0 to 7 is 8. 8 times I've written over here. So this will plot 8 graphs. And every time I keeps on increasing, a new column is being picked and a new column is being plotted. Are you with me?
Yes.
Anybody any doubt till now?
सर वो जो सबप्लॉट है उसका एक्चुअली आई एम गेटिंग but somehow the syntax is bit confusing actually.
Okay, let me tell you. So when I say, so let's see, I'll say, we'll copy this. A paintbrush. Sorry. I'll say so what it will do is, so it will take, sorry. So I did not enter a bracket here. So it actually ends with the bracket. So take it as a bracket only. Let's say I have entered a bracket. For example, this is closed bracket 3,3 and bracket is here. What it will do is it will make a figure of 15 by 10 and it will allocate the space like this. Three rows and 3 columns. So this, when I say plt dot subplot 3,3, it will make a figure like this. And the time I write 3,3,1, it will start plotting the graph here. When I say 3,3,2, it will start plotting the graph here. 3,3,3, it will start plotting here. 3,3,4 is here. And I'll stop. These 4 graphs are plotted and this space is being left out. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Any doubt? Anybody has?
Yes, sir. But we do 3,3,1, and if we do 3,3,2, how it is going to visualize?
So 3,3,1, which means it will use this space to plot the graph. 3,3,2, this space to plot the graph. And which graphs needs to be plotted is written over here. Plot this graph in 3,3,1. Then I will change to 2. Then it will plot, use this area for this graph. With me?
Yes, sir. Now I understood.
Okay. So guys, this is a portion of plotting.
Hello.
Yeah.
So you didn't mention the Y level, then why frequency is coming over there?
Because it is a univariate graph. Univariate graph I have not explained you now, so that's why you're asking. In a univariate graph, the thing that is here, that will come from a data only, whatever the range of the data. So you see here, every time this is changing. Here it is 0 to 200, it is 0 to 500, 0 to 250, 0 to 300, 0 to 300. You see, it is changing because this will come automatically depending on the data that we have. Which this is the thing which we don't need to specify. So I'll explain it tomorrow. What is univariate, bivariate, and multivariate graph? So this will not come to your mind at this question.
Okay, sir.
हेलो सर.
Yeah.
सर ये जो आपने डाटा डाउनलोड किया है डायबिटीज का, वो कहाँ से मिलेगा?
Normal, you will get it from GitHub. You simply go and say Google.
Also, there is a site Kaggle.com.
Kaggle as well, but in Kaggle you need to log in. You say diabetes.csv GitHub. You can simply write. You will go here. This is a date. You will open it. You will say raw.
Okay.
You will right click. You will say save as, and save this file as diabetes.csv in whatever folder you want to save. Okay, guys. So guys, tomorrow the class will start at 9. Tomorrow is Thursday, so the class will start at 9.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll take it 10 till 10:45 tomorrow, 15-20 minutes extra. So okay, please be with me. So tomorrow I'll be covering finishing the plotting, and day after tomorrow I'll be going to the Python aggregation. So that is basically the basic Python that we have been covering. Okay, guys.
So one small thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yesterday you said that you'll be explaining star quirky.
Yeah,
Please
I'll explain. So I did not get time to find a simple example for this, but today or tomorrow I'll get a simple example for this so that it will be clear to you guys, and I'll explain that. So today I did not get the time to get a simple example so that it will be clearly understood to you. Okay, guys.
Sir, one more small thing.
Yeah, please.
Will you repeat the? Will you have any classes where these topics are repeated once again?
So you will have these recorded sessions available on the link which you'll get from IIBM, or in case you already have got I think. So all the classes that I have been telling are being recorded there and are being saved there.
Fine, sir.
Anybody any doubt till now? So if you don't have doubt, I'll stop here, and tomorrow I'll start with the theoretical part, that is explaining what is univariate, bivariate, and multivariate. If I'll explain it now, it will take at least half an hour. So, but I will start it tomorrow as a fresh, and where I'll be telling you a bit of theory for initial half an hour. Then we will be proceeding with some more graphs, some more types of graphs that we will be showing, and then we'll be starting with Python aggregations. Okay, guys.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
Thank you very much, guys. Like, good night, and we'll meet tomorrow at 9. Okay, guys, please join at 9 only. I'll start sharp at 9:05.